What's up, guys? Buckle up because you're about to enjoy an excellent Snaps game preview where we tell you everything you need to know about this weekend's game and probably some stuff that you didn't. Enjoy. This will be 11 a.m. on Saturday, SMU at Penn State. And Aaron, this is a bit of a main character game here, as to me, this is all about Penn State. Yeah. SMU is playing with complete house money. I mean, they're playing with that Dallas house money. How about this? I was reading about how SMU got here. First off, they have multiple billionaires in there, like on their chair. I know people tell you, but the more you read, the more you learn just how fucking wild the money is at SMU. But Paul B. Lloyd Jr. kind of spearheaded this. They put $200 million together like it was chump change to make this all happen. So first off, out of the 200, 100 just went to like facilities, stuff like that, to keep up with the Joneses. The other 100 million was just to pay their way out of the AAC TV deal. Like it was fucking nothing. 100 milli that just, you might as well light on fire, and they didn't give a shit. And now they're in the playoff, and now enrollment's up 40%. Damn near won the ACC championship. I mean, it's actually insane how good things are. They didn't
win the ACC championship game. They came in second.
I said damn near.
Damn near. Okay.
But all that to say, this is a god-awful matchup. And my God, Penn State, if you do not win this, then how could you ever have faith in James Franklin again?
We said it from the beginning. The playoffs were made for a couple teams, one being Penn State. This is your moment. You did what you needed to do. You got a home game. Like that, expectations were, I don't think anyone was expecting them to win the Big Ten. Between Oregon and Ohio State, you weren't going to get there. But could you get a home game? One, make the playoffs. Two, get a home game. So you checked off both those boxes. Plus, you did get to the Big Ten championship game. You got a good quarterback. You got the great news that Aller's coming back next year, which we talked about yesterday on the show. Yep. A lot of positive momentum for the Nittany Lions right now, and you do have the better roster of the two. And you're at home, and it's going to be cold, and this is a team from Texas. Yeah. There is absolutely zero excuse while Penn State should just not line up and just run the football and just beat to death a team that is not equipped to be in this kind of environment when it comes to the climate.
I mean, it's interesting, right? It's a god-awful spot for SMU stylistically. They're finesse, they're flashy, they're more horizontal, east-west. It's a god-awful spot for them in the setting. You mentioned the Dallas team going to the freezing cold. And I was talking to Jake Hester about this more on our radio show, and of course, he played for the Denver Broncos. And he said, look, in my experience in those, and you would know, playing in KC and Philly and places like that, but when it gets cold, doesn't matter if it's snow or not, but just when it gets cold, north-south teams do better. And so here you have a horizontal, not like north-south geographically, like teams that want to go vertical, like north and south, like, power. So here you have a team in SMU that is more horizontal, lighter, flashier, speedier against just when I think of Penn State's offense, it reminds me a bit of like construction equipment. Like a bulldozer, like a jackhammer, just and in that cold weather, I don't see the angle for SMU here at all.
They can run the football. They can run it. They got the running back, they got the quarterback that's mobile, but I just think the physicality in which Penn State has built their brand, especially on the defense side of the football, their ability to run it with Singleton and Allen and the one question is interesting, and this is just for Penn State going forward through the entire process, is obviously you would love Prabula, the quarterback, to be in there to run the football, to add that dynamic. Yeah, to be in there, especially in the red zone, third down situations. He's obviously not going to be a part of the team because he's in the portal.
Right?
Yeah, he's in the portal. So that kind of sucks for them. I don't think it's going to affect him this game. I think maybe going forward it affects him a little bit, but let's not make it complicated. You're bigger, you're stronger, you're faster, you're at home. Play to your advantages. You're going to win this football game. And you cover the spread too.
And look, I understand why SMU made the playoff, certainly. But at the same time, this is a team that had the easiest Power 4 schedule in the entire country.
Yeah.
And look what happened when they ran into a team that was bigger and stronger in Clemson. Unbelievable comeback, but they looked outclassed for a long time. I would say this. SMU does have a surprisingly big and strong.
They were 24-7 at halftime.
Well, SMU has a surprisingly strong front seven too. Like there's some big guys up front. Maybe they match up okay there with Penn State, but they're just too complete. Penn State is too complete in the setting of where this game is taking place. If this was inside in fast track, I started to give SMU a bit of an outside chance. I just don't see it in Beaver Stadium. And I called this a main character game because this is all about James Franklin. James Franklin and Penn State have not had a top 5 win since 2016. In fact, when they beat Ohio State in 2016, Aaron, that is Penn State's only top 5 win since 1999. One top 5 win in the new millennium. In James Franklin's time there, they're 1-14 against top 5 teams, 3-19 against top 10 teams. Now, lucky for them, this game is actually neither. But it just shows you in big games, Penn State's been awful. Check this out. This is I took this screenshot from an Athletic article. This is teams' records against is it top 5 or top 10? Hold on, let me look. Okay, this is against top 5 opponents. Of course, look at your Bulldogs, 11-6. Very impressive stuff there. Ohio State coming in next, 10-8. Then Clemson at 8-9, little Clemson. Oregon, very respectable, 5-5. And then for as much as we shit on Penn State, guys, every other team's pretty much Penn State as well. Yeah. Which makes sense. It's top 5 teams, right? But Notre Dame 2-7, Arizona State 1-3, Texas 1-8. Penn State's 1-14, Tennessee's 1-15. Indiana 0-16. That would be one.
You sure want to change that pick?
Bro, nothing about Indiana's past is an indicator of the future, okay? SMU 0-3, and Boise hasn't played a top 5 guy. So, and I think this might be new millennium. I'm not 100. Well, I'm not sure where the time period on this, but as you can see, it's been god awful for Penn State, and this is a chance for them to start to change some of that narrative. I think Penn State wins and wins big. What's the spread here?
7.5. I agree with you. I think they win big in this matchup for SMU.
7.5.
It is 8.5.
I'm smashing the cover.
I'll still take Penn State.
I'm smashing the Penn State cover to go up to 10.
I just think Aller, we talked about it yesterday. I know the stats may not look the same as they did a year ago, maybe in touchdowns and picks, but completion percentage is up almost 10%. He's playing significantly better. Plus, he's running the football at times really well too. Like, don't discredit his legs in this football game at all. So, I do like Drew and Penn State big.
Oh, well, I'd say that was informative and fun. If you agree, please hit the like button, sub, and we'll see you next time for some more snaps.